Hello, everybody. Welcome to Echo Underground. I'm Shanique,
This is Mike.
and on this podcast, we talk about TV shows, music, movies, and any other interesting topics. So today's episode is going to be about kind of old album, but album called Double or Nothing, and it's by Big Sean and Metro Boomin. So I gave this album a B plus. Now, for me, what saved this album? I think Metro Booming is just the guy who writes the beats and maybe a chorus here and there. But I thought Big Sean really did good on carrying the album. Like, he didn't need none of the features that he had to make any of the songs good. So, for Big Sean verses alone, to me, that's worth a B plus. Plus, I like the beats on here. I thought it was well produced. It made sense. And he had very good lyricism for most of the album. There's like maybe like one or two songs I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? But for most of this 10-song album, I thought he did what he was supposed to do. So yeah, that's B plus for me. What do you think of this album, Mike?
I'm on the other side of the spectrum here, which is really weird because this other album that Big Sean came out with previously in the year went platinum, and I was like, good for you. Like that was a good album. Okay, fair enough. I mean, we didn't cover it on the podcast, but we had a pretty good lineup for last year for 2017. And then this happens at the end of the year, and I'm just like, so let me get. I don't rehearse this stuff, so I gotta like figure out some words. This came nowhere near to like I like Big Sean. I like the little double album, not double album, but the album he did with that one girl. God damn it, he did an album with a girl, and I'm forgetting what it was now. But he normally does very consistently good work. This is my first experience with Big Sean not doing consistently good work, because I believe I might have liked a minority of this album, to be honest. Like, and it's not that the songs are bad. A lot of the songs, especially in the last half, which isn't very many songs because 10 songs. A lot of the songs just either went to as high as okay for me or meh. Like I think only my top three and maybe one more, and that's a strong maybe, actually have me want to come back to this album. And that's kind of weird for me for a Big Sean album. Cause I'm like, Big Sean is like one of them dudes I'll follow around. I'll follow his music around. We saw him in concert before, and he was great. Love seeing him in concert. I'll do it again. Not for this album. I'll do it some other time. But yeah, I'll give him probably a solid like C minus on this one. To be honest, yo, I'm sorry. No, wasn't a fan.
All right, and I already know why. I know because he's on some other type of rap right now, but it's fine. My number 3 is Who's Stopping Me, which I think is the third track on the album.
Hmm.
One, I like the beat. I like the sample that was in the song. Big Sean is probably, in my opinion, one of his best verses. Like, he sounded good on the entire record. Um, it's a little cocky, but it's well done. Like old school rap songs, yeah, they cocky, but the lyricism, you don't even care. So that's why it's my number 3. What about do you have anything to say about Who's Stopping Me? Unless it's in your top 3. Let me can
No, it's
wait.
not my top. It's not my top three, but I am a huge fan of the chorus on the song as well, though. Like he does sound good throughout the whole thing, but I feel like the chorus is one of the things that pulled me into the song a whole lot because that's where a lot of the song's catchiness caught me at, and I was like, all right, this is cool. Cause the first, is it what third song? First three songs I'm plenty okay with actually. Who stopping me was not bad for me at all. I'd actually come back for the song to be honest.
Okay. What's your number 3?
My number three. Which one do I want to make it? I know my tops. My number one. I just don't know my second and third spots. I'm actually gonna go ahead and give it to Big Business. And it's weird. This one features Two Chains in it as well, and Two Chains did a scary good job in this one too, yo. And I was like, don't get me wrong, Big Sean was good, but I didn't expect to like Two Chains as much as I did in this song. And I don't know. It's kind of weird because the album placement for the song is it's kind of fine for me because number two, but it's because of the album itself. Because like I already gave my opinion on the album as a whole. But like I feel like this song deserves to be on one of his better albums. Cause I was like, yo, this is actually not that bad. I kind of dig it. The collaboration between them two kind of went well. The transitions between them two went well. The I think what Shaniqua said just a while ago about the cockiness also kind of flows into this song as well. Now I think about it, maybe actually this song would flow into that one that way. And honestly, you know what, Big Ben is actually all right. 2 Chainz is actually.
Hello?
Hey,
Okay, we're back. We're back. That was weird. But you said the song was alright. So you finish your review.
oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so that Big Business was not in my top 3, but I agree with you. I thought 2 Chainz was okay. Like, whatever. I'm probably never gonna be a fan of 2 Chainz, but he didn't ruin the song. And overall, I stayed in the song for Big Sean. Personally, I thought Big Sean's first and last verse were good. I didn't like the second verse, but to each their own. The beat was really good, and overall, I thought this is a good I guess rap verse from both 2 Chainz and Big Sean. So I thought it was a good collaboration. So I agree with you on that one. All right. Did I say my number 2 yet?
That's where we at right now.
Okay. What did I have as my number 2? I forgot what my number 2 is. Oh, the song that Michael hates. So my number 2 is So Good featuring Cash Doll. Now, here's why I like it. Now, I know Michael's going to disagree with this, but yes, it's kind of a nasty ass song. Not gonna lie. There's the song is basically about good pussy apparently.
And good dick apparently.
Apparently, everyone's getting it good. But I thought both of the rappers' flow was really good on this track. I personally don't care if your lyrics are nasty per se, as long as you can deliver it in a way that like doesn't hurt my ears. So I like this song. I thought both rappers are really good. The beat was good. Now I will say there were some off the wall lyrics in this song. Like one that like caught my attention was like what he said. Pussy so good, I will never fuck you in the ass. I don't know why we needed to know that. It makes sense for the song, and it didn't sound bad, but it just caught my attention because I was just like, what? And then I thought the woman rapped better than Big Sean a little bit on the song, surprisingly. She was just as good as he was. But again, I think lyrically, I think Michael's turned off by the lyrics, but that's just me. So what do you think of So Good?
Okay, so good. One thing I'll definitely say is I think the female did a very good job on the song as well. Cause this is not the first time Big Sean's ever done a song like this. Obviously, it's not the first time hip hop has ever done one. In fact, hip hop is pretty much known for it. But this song just had no resonation with me. One thing I'll definitely give the song a nod for though is that they still found a way to make Rappin' Dirty still look new. Cause there are a lot of creative verses in this. Like the one that Shanique just said was an interesting one, and like I feel like if you heard like the line before and after it, where like actually like rhymed into itself, you realize that the flow in the song actually worked very well. It was just weird that the theme was just like so in your face. It's pretty much saying, yo, I'll miss work for this dick and miss work for this pussy. I'll do this for the dick and the pussy. I was like, oh my god, I get it. You're horny shit. Get a fucking room. But it's in your face for about 4 minutes, guys. And I'm not warning you because maybe you're into it like Shanique is. It's not really for me. Like I'll hear it in passing and be okay, but it's nothing that's gonna like sell an album to me. And this didn't do me any favors considering like a lot of this album did not really do much for me in the first place. But one thing I'll definitely say though, they somehow made it look fresh to still talk about this overly sexualized theme in a song. Because I wish I could like quote some more. Because a lot of them, they're creative, and I feel like um, Shanique was texting me the other day at work some like weird lyrics. If the lyrics from this song got texted to me, it will catch your attention. That's one thing this song will do. It will catch your attention. This is not a mess song. This is not an okay song. You're either gonna love it or you hate it. There's no sitting on the fence with this shit. So yeah, I mean, I'm right now. I know where I'm at. It's just not for me. But that's only because it's literally in my face the whole time, and I have a problem with that because I had enough of that from Chris Brown. I'm still washing myself off of that from a lot of those dirty ass songs. But
Keep up the tempo.
yeah, this one right here, it'll catch your attention. It'll do at least that much for you.
Yeah, I figure you wouldn't like it. I think it's just as over the top as My Neck, My Back with Kaya.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
know what? It reminds me of one of my favorite Little Kim songs. Give Me That, featuring Mano.
I was thinking what's the name? What was it again? The one on Chris Brown's album, the really dirty one that was in the beginning half.
Oh,
One
that
of his
narrows
singles
it
right now.
down out of 45 songs.
No, it's one of his singles. Like it's the one that's like everyone. It's one like his highest grossing singles right now.
What?
No, the other one. God damn it! All right, well, I'll look it up and let you know later in the podcast. But yeah, that's how I feel about So Good.
Yeah, I figured. I knew the lyrics would turn him off because if you don't like care so much about the lyrics, you realize they actually have good verses. They stay on topic, and they actually are good collaboration. But again, if the lyrics are team too much for you, you're probably not gonna like the song. So, we did your number 2. So,
Oh yeah, we did. Never mind.
yeah, I was about to say we did.
Wait, did we? No, we didn't. What's my number 2, Shanique?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I thought Big Business was your number 2, but that's your number 3.
No, that's my number 3. Yeah, that's my number
What's
3.
your number 2? What's your number 2?
All right, before I get into my number 2, I was thinking of Privacy, that dirty ass song.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of the vibe I was getting from this one. So yeah, So Good. I guess it's probably not gonna go on no freaky ass playlist no time soon but I don't know who knows. Maybe you'll be into it. My number 2 will actually be Savage Time. I dug this song. Did not mind it one bit. Was someone else on the song with him?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, this song was fine for me. Like I felt like I think what like 2 beats in the song at some points. It might have just been the chorus and the verses. I might be tripping.
I think you are.
Yeah, maybe I am. But this song definitely does like dip into a lot of like political stuff once in a while. For a lot of the song actually, and I feel like this is probably one of his best flows on the entire album, which is kind of a weird thing because this is like literally in the middle of the album. And not the very middle, but very close to the middle. And I thought it was pretty damn good. And I feel like this is the kind of music I thought I was gonna hear for an entire album from Big Sean, and it wasn't. But I'm glad there was something in there to draw me back into it. So yeah, I'm a fan of Savage Time.
And you know what? Speaking of Savage Time, that's my number 1. So
Hey,
you didn't guess that, so you don't get no point. Anyway,
I was gonna get something else, but that's fine.
I think this is his best verse on the entire album. This whole song is he sounds the best on this song. The beat was really good. I like that it talked about the issues that are going on in Michigan, which is his home state, so duh. I definitely like the line where he talks about giving the water from Flint to Trump. Yeah, because
Yeah,
he
I
know
love
we
that
wouldn't
part.
drink that shit. So
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good line. It was a way to be political but smart about it. So yes, I really enjoyed Savage Time. So that's why it's my number 1. I don't think any song on this album could beat that song lyrically. His flow was good. Everything was good about it. So now I'm gonna guess your number 1.
It's too easy. This one's too. You can't. Okay. Go ahead. You're gonna get it right though.
See, because originally I would have thought Savage Time. But since that's your number 2, I'm tied up between.
May say only one.
I know.
It's easy, Shani. Come on now.
Not really. Well, I want to say no hearts, no love, but I feel like that's not it.
It's easy. Is that your guess?
Yeah, I'm probably
No,
wrong.
no, it's Go Legend.
Are you serious? All right, we're not gonna go there. I like how you complain about lyrics, but put Go Legend as your number one. But that's good.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
Oh,
fine.
first of all, no other songs sound like so good on this entire album, so I don't want to hear none of it.
That's bull. Savage Time was better lyrically than Go Legend, but you're gonna
No,
put Go Legend.
I agree. I'm talking about in comparison to So Good, because you put that as one of your favorite songs. So if you can
No,
put
no, but I
if
wasn't
you can put
complaining
So Good
about
on your
lyrics.
top three, I can put Go Legend on my top three. Okay?
No, no, but I'm saying you were complaining about lyricism on this album, but gonna
No,
put one of the least lyrical songs as your number one.
yeah, yeah, but it also sounded good. It's not. Listen, sometimes you can bank on at least for the song, anyways. I'll definitely put a disclaimer for the song. Lyrically, okay, sure. It's not like it's not it's not Savage Time. I agree with Shanique. Savage Time is probably the number one most lyrical song on the album. But the Gold Legend just sounded good. The same way like on or NERD podcast, which you can listen to. I chose Lemon, and that song was not very lyrical. I mean, sure, there's some things in there you can definitely pick out that actually are pretty positive and relate to some real world things. But I was picking it mostly for the stuff for the mute for the just the sound behind it. That's kind of the reason I'm picking Go Legend. Like it just is a catchy song to me. It was a good intro to the album because I actually don't mind this kind of thing from Big Sean if it's like in good moderation. And I think which is a good intro to the album. The only thing I don't like about it is that it set a bar for me for the album that went down after that. And that's I don't know. I have this weird thing about me where like if my number one song is the very first song on the album, I feel kind of weird because I'm like, damn, I'm never gonna like another song this much. That means everything else is gonna be slightly worse or just horrible. And I don't know. Gold Legend kind of sits in that kind of weird spot for me. It's like I don't love the song for the lyrics, but I do love the song for like just listening to it, and bobbing my head, and it's being like an ambient type of song. Like you can play it in different kind of settings, and people probably it'll be very recognized by the way because it's going to be on the radio by now at least, or probably is already on the radio. Getting tongue tied over here, but yeah, that's kind of how Gold Legend falls for me.
Okay. Anyway, so Go Legend, it started off. It kind of faked me out a little bit because it started off with this light singing.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, it's like, Go Let. Which, by the way, Travis Scott, he sounded like Future on this record. I was like, are we sure this is Travis Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Cause the damn sure didn't sound like him. I thought it was a very good club song. The beat was okay. Big Sean versus was like, but it's passable. And honestly, the only reason this song is even memorable is because of the chorus.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's the only thing this song is all chorus. You don't really like you can go to the club and just play the chorus and you'll be fine. So next one, Pull Up and Wreck. That's what it says. Featuring 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm.
121. I can't remember him on this record. That's a bad sign though. So I basically wrote he's not needed. This is another just club song. It's definitely if I had to pick the worst song of this album, I would put this song. This would be my worst. If I had to pick one. I overall I just thought it was catchy. Big Sean actually had a really good verse in it, but the song as a whole was just it's the worst song on the album for me. What about you? Oh, I didn't ask you. What's your worst song on the album?
I was just about to say it too. Like even if you didn't ask me, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like I hate the song, but it's at the back of the line.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at with this one. The catchiness, I'm not even gonna call the song catchy for me. I'm just gonna call the song "Aight," because there's not really much to say about it. It's super missable for me at least, and I didn't really get much out of it. I'm just, I could go through it again. I probably will since the song, the album's so short, wouldn't take that much time out of my life, and maybe I'll like it again after like a good 180 on it. But I don't know if that's going to change my mind about Pull Up and Wreck because I just didn't really catch anything out of it.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not. It's not the best. Next song, Even the Odd, featuring Young Thug. It's a pretty basic song. Big Sean obviously had a better verse than Young Thug. You know, he stayed the song. But oddly enough, Young Thug didn't ruin it. But I thought the song was hilarious. When I listened to the lyrics, like, I wrote one down because it made me laugh. It was like, bitch just saying Adidas, this is Puma. Like, it was saying, like, stupid shit like that all through the song. And I actually think this song was just, it wasn't trying to take itself seriously. It was trying to just be like a fun song to listen to. Um, I found this song low key funny, but it, here's what you shouldn't do. You should not play a drinking game to how many times they say the word bitch. You will die. You will die.
Yeah.
They say the word bitch a lot, but that's part of the, I want to say, routine that they're doing, because a lot of their lines are very funny. Now, were they intentionally funny? I don't know, but the line I just read, there's no way I'm supposed to take that seriously. So definitely, even the odds, it's okay. It's not the best track, but
It's okay.
no, it's not a bad. I don't even think it's a bad song. Oddly enough, like, it was on the radio, I would listen to it, no problem. Like, I wouldn't turn. There's been a couple songs in this podcast where, like, if I heard it again, I would definitely turn the radio off. I just cannot listen to it. This, nah, it didn't like blow me away, but it didn't also like hurt my ears. So that's what I think about it. What do you think about Even the Odd?
I actually don't. This is another one of the songs where I don't have much to say about it. I do agree with Shanique when she said, Young Thug, he was just there clowning around. Like, it's Young Thug. Like, it's kind of hard to, make a serious Young Thug song anyway. So I kind of figured if you're going to be on a song, then something like this will happen. So I wasn't really taking points away from that. I was just taking away points for the song as a whole. It's like nothing really stood out to me. I wasn't really feeling like a song I really care about hearing in passing, or as an ambient type of thing. I was just like, even the odds were just, it was there. I guess, Big Sean, he had a couple points where I was okay with his lyrics, but it was only like a couple points. Nothing to really sell the song to me on, which kind of sucked because, like I said, I have nothing but high hopes for Big Sean after he went platinum on his last album, and after we saw him in concert, what was that? 2 years ago now, Shanique? Jesus, that was a long time ago now. Think about it.
Yeah, we haven't been to a concert in a minute.
That's very true. But yeah, after like knowing what his true quality is, I think a lot of my bias for this album is probably coming from me having high expectations for him and having songs like this not coming anywhere near those expectations. So yeah, it's just a mess song for me.
Okay. Next song is In Tune. In Tune again kind of did the same thing that Go Legend did, where it started off with like a very soft sounding singing, and then this hip hop beat came in. One thing I would say, I like the feel of the record. Like, yes, I think this whole album made it be commercial, except for probably So Good. You can't play that on radio.
Hell no.
You have to be censored. You can get away with it. They would need to make a clean version to play that on the radio. But I do like the feel of it. Big Sean had a really good flow, but his verses were just alright on this track. I didn't mind the sound of it, and to me, actually no, I was gonna say something that's not true. Overall, I thought it was an easy song to listen to, and this song, and maybe like one or two, maybe both the last two songs I thought were okay. It's better. It will be in my top 5 of the album. What about you? What do you think of In Tune?
In Tune was an interesting change of pace for the album. Because the pace kind of slowed down. I think with this one, on the reason the pace kind of slowed down for In Tune. I think it might have done Big Sean some favors, but not still not enough for me to care too much. But I do like it. It went more positive for me though. At least like tried to end the album off on a very in a very, very unorthodox Big Sean way. Because normally his tempo goes from like moderately fast to just like pretty upbeat or whatever. But this one is one of the ones like he just like took it down a notch. Like it's just like get some more sound in there, slow down these bars, extend some of these verses out, and try to put some more lyrics, try to put some some more non bitch every 2 second type lyrics into it. And I feel like he did a good job with that. I mean, it's still not one of my favorite songs, probably still not returnable for me, but I do like what it did for the album in terms of like just changing up the formula at the very end.
Okay, next song, Reason, featuring Sway Lee. Why does Sway Lee sound like The Weeknd on this record? Like, if I close my
That's
eyes,
funny.
I would think I'm hearing The Weeknd, but it's him, the dude from Ray Shrimmer. I think the blonde hair one. I don't know what the dark one does, but the light skinned dude, he's on everyone's song.
Uh-huh.
I liked his part. I mean, this is also like a typical nigga song, but I liked this part. I thought Big Sean sounded good, and eventually, as I kept listening to it, because I actually listened to this album like more than once, because the first time I didn't write any notes, so I was like, what happened? But it grew on me. So to me, it was one of the better songs on the album. Compared to like, Even the Otter, Pull Up and Wreck. Definitely one of the better ones. And I like the feature too. I thought they complemented each other on this record specifically. What do you think of Reason?
The synergy here was pretty good. I do like that it also went in conjunction with the last song of like having the pace slow down a whole lot. Which is kind of interesting because I didn't really see Sway Lee doing something like this before. But I was actually quite impressed with that. Didn't hate the song, and I actually was actually I actually wouldn't mind going through this again to get like a second opinion for myself. Cause I actually kind of like where this last part of the album was going. Cause I feel like everything before was like just either too much or meh. And I feel like this one just came the closest to going to that gray area. It didn't successfully do it, but it came the very damn closest enough to make me curious about trying the song out again. So yeah, Sway Lee, very interesting pick and very interesting collaboration. Which I like when albums do that. So I'm glad Big Sean went out of his way to actually like make some music with this guy. So yeah, Reason's okay.
Yeah.
It was okay.
You can't do it like me, so stop yourself.
It was okay.
Nah, they already know the difference. Anyway.
I'll get it sooner or later.
So the last song of the album is No Hearts No Love. I actually liked that this album closed it. This song closed the album. I love the chorus. And the song's basically talking about, it's hard out here. There's no love when you try to work hard and do your thing. And I like the message of the song. There's a verse in here that I thought was really good on this. Like, I think it was like the second or like towards the end where I thought really good. And I thought this is a perfect way to close this album with one of the better songs on the album. So, yeah, No Hearts, No Love. And it would be my honorable mention if we actually did that. I keep forgetting to do it. But yeah, honorable mention. Definitely. No Hearts, No Love. What about you?
For me, with No Hearts, No Love, I actually agree. I feel like of all the songs I listened to on the album, which is, a grand total of 10, I feel like this probably landed the ideal spot for closing the album out. Because Faith for Damn Sure wasn't going to end on so good. Which if it did, I would say he had the biggest balls in the world if he did. Now that I think about it. At first I was like, I would hate that. Now I'm like, you know what? I dare you. I dare you. Next album, put something like So Good on the very last one. I'll give your album an A plus just for how brave you were with that chance. But No Hearts No Love was okay. I actually didn't mind it at all for being the last song on the album, and I feel like it was a good thing for me too because I was very on the edge about like just saying this whole album was garbage until like it ended on a good note for me. If it ends on a good note, I'll be okay with it. Well, at least a little bit more okay with it. And No Heart No Love did me that favor. I was definitely a big fan of the chorus. Definitely some high spots in a lot of the verses here. And you know what? I know I wasn't very impressed with a lot of the songs on this album, but I feel like the quality in this song definitely kind of compensated for a lot of the missteps that this album made. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the last song here.
Yo, stop hating on my So Good. All right, leave it
It's
alone.
not yours. It's not yours So Good. It's
yes,
his So
it is.
Good.
It's my number
It's his
two.
So Good.
Stop
It's
hating
his
on my
song.
number two.
It's
All
his
right,
song. I'm
stop
criticizing him,
hating.
not you. Get over yourself.
Stop hating on it. Every word out your mouth is well. At least
Why are you
so
getting in your
good.
feelings for a song that ain't yours?
It is mine. It's my number two. For as long
In
as
your
we're
head.
doing this podcast, it is mine. All right.
Okay.
I'm claiming it. All right. Leave it alone. It didn't
The
do
song,
anything wrong to
this
you.
it's so good, featuring Big Sean, some of the other rapper female, and Shanique for being the hype man. I guess I don't know.
Hey, leave Cash Doll alone too.
Cash Doll, that's right.
Know her damn name. All right.
Shanique, Cash Doll, and Big Sean. There you go.
No other female rappers' names. All
All,
right. Get
already
it
already
together.
on tour.
Yes. Hey,
Shanique is the
shit.
roadie.
I don't care. I will be making money as a roadie for Big Sean. All right. Get the fuck out of here. But he be hating on my choices, man. Send him hate. No, I'm playing. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Listen, I control the Twitter account, so you can send all the hate you want. You gonna, you gonna start a fight with me?
Yo, we both do. What type of mess is that?
It's mostly me, but whatever.
Oh, if it's mostly you, where the tweeting at?
Did you check it?
No, I could be lying.
Get over yourself.
All right, I'm gonna back that up though. I'm gonna check it and be like, But anyway, Michael be hating, but it's okay. So yeah, we're closing remarks. Personally, for me, I think this album just a fun album. I don't think it's trying to be something it's not. It's just you're supposed to party to this album. Just have fun with it. And therefore I would still listen to it. Now I will agree with Michael. I decided it's a better album. But I didn't think he was trying to go for like I decided type stuff. He was just trying to make something that people could dance to, play on the radio, and make that money. So, cause this album, Double or Nothing, wasn't even that publicized. At least I don't think it is.
Yeah, kind of went on the radar for a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I decided it was more publicized than Double or Nothing. So yeah, I would definitely say still check it out. I think you're gonna at least find one song you like, cause even Michael was able to find some songs he likes, and he be hating. So Michael and Marcus, check out the album. Maybe not buy, but definitely at least listen to it. What about you?
I don't know who Shanika keeps saying is hating on her, but we're just gonna go ahead with my closing remarks here. I'm not a huge fan of this album, but that doesn't mean you are too. You can probably go through this and still like find the consistencies of Big Sean that you're used to, and if that's the case, then I'm glad that I'm in the minority because I actually want Big Sean to do well. So even though I might feel this kind of way, it's not like I hate Big Sean. I just don't like this album that very much. And it's not only because of, like, as some people might think, it's not just because of So Good. I feel like it, as a whole, just the whole thing just did not like wrap up very well to me. Like, especially coming off of the back end of I Decided, where like you went platinum, and then this happened. It's like, sure, I guess not the best in the world, but missable for me. But definitely something you should probably check out in case, like, I'm being too hard on it. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you could just tell me on Twitter politely that I'm wrong, or just tell me your opinion. Not that I'm wrong, but just your opinion actually, and then we can talk about that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about I Decided. Sorry, Double or Nothing.
Well,
Oh,
so
cut off again. I'm about to say.
nah, we're good. So apparently, Double or Nothing debuted at number 5 on the hip hop album charts.
Interesting.
Because people agree with me. No, I'm playing. I'm
Yeah, that's
playing.
exactly why they agree with the roadie. You're right.
Hey, you be hating on the roadie. The roadie gets to be there. But
You
anyway,
be calling everybody a hater first of all, but whatever. Continue, Shinny. Wrap it up. Come on.
I'm
Hurry up. We got
trying
places.
to shut it down.
Got things to do, man.
So
Weekend don't
as
last forever.
I
Shinny.
was,
Come on, hurry
hey,
up.
shh, I'm trying to close
You,
out
you're
the
still
podcast.
you're still laying down yet? Hurry up, girl. Dang. Taking the whole night.
Shh. Do you hear something? I don't.
She's
Anyway,
still.
so you could contact us on Twitter at Echo U Podcast, and we want to tweet your opinions. Do you agree with me or agree with Michael, or you just disagree with both of us and say, hey, this album's really great, or this album is straight trash? Let us know, because we like to hear different opinions. And you could also leave comments on YouTube as well, and we're also at Echo Underground Podcast. You can find us on Facebook, iTunes, SoundCloud, and any other podcasting apps at Echo Underground Podcast. And I haven't been saying this, but you can also you can email us suggestions at echoundergroundpodcast@gmail.com. And we'll see you guys next episode. Bye.
See ya.